Hello there, it is your girl Black Light Freak Out. Today is July 1st, Wednesday. Oh, baby, let's get into some things. Let's get into some things. I have been a very busy girl. I don't even know when it was the last time I have made a post on YouTube. Let me check right about now. Hold on one second. Oh, come on. Hmm. Give me a second. Why is it taking forever and a day? Fuck it, let me check on my cell phone. I don't know why my desktop is being very slow. Oh, I let me talk since we're talking about YouTube. Let me just say this. I do not like the new YouTube feature for the cell phone. It has changed. Okay, the 28th. It wasn't that bad. That was that was Sunday. Ah, I've made a video in 4 days. I don't like it. You can click on a video, and in the old days, you can scroll down, see a couple of video recommendations, and after that, you can read the comment section. Now you only see one comment, and there's a whole bunch of videos. So it makes you assume that something is wrong with how you navigate YouTube videos. And you have to click on that one comment that someone made to get the full comment section. I guess YouTube wants to keep reminding you, hey, you may be watching this video, but there's other video suggestions. Like, we don't know that already. I don't care for it because if they're doing that, then what's the point of having the home page button, which is basically going to give you the same videos that is under the one that you are playing in the player section? I don't know, darling. But where shall I begin? Let's do my summer thingy. Cause I was supposed to have celebrated. I'm an atheist. However, if I was gonna celebrate anything, I do celebrate the passing of the time. I celebrate the equinoxes and the solstice. And the one holiday I get excited to see come is Halloween. Besides that, I don't give a shit about any other holiday whatsoever, religious or secular. I used to like Christmas, but once I realized, hey, you can put Christmas lights up in your house anytime you fucking want to. I don't have to wait until Christmas time to see some Christmas lights. And in my neighborhood, for the past 10 years, people have slowly kept up their Christmas lights all during the year. It used to be people had them and they might keep them up like until usually people take them down like a week after New Year's. But then some people kept them up around Valentine's Day because maybe they were too goddamn lazy and didn't want to deal with them. And then it became like, okay, St. Patrick's Day is here and the Christmas lights are still up. Oh, April is here, the Christmas lights are still up. So people just have them Christmas lights in their windows and or on their balconies in their condos all during a year. So Christmas really doesn't have much of a meaning to me anymore. Okay. So I did not celebrate the summer solstice. I've been so fucking busy. I've been so goddamn busy. So it happened on June 20th or the 21st. I've been busy. So, usually, on New Year's Eve, I'll write my New Year's resolutions. And then I'll break it down according to seasons. And then every seasons I will go back to check my list and make sure if there's something I didn't accomplish the previous season, can I squeeze it in the current season and what should I be doing this season? So baby, since this coronavirus, everything like all my life plans have been out of whack. And I'm not depressed about it because, if it was just like shit happening in my life, and then I can have a pity party, go like, man, my life is fucked up. Like, it seems like everybody got shit going on or accomplishing their goals except for me. Why am I having issues? So I'm not feeling bad because I know this coronavirus is an international problem. So not only will my 2020 suck, but so will everybody else's. So I take comfort. I take comfort in that. So basically, unfortunately, since Americans are so fucking stupid, they did not quarantine correctly and they're still not. Prime example, I know somebody who is a movie slash television producer, and they were posting on Facebook. I did not know this because she doesn't really post as often on Facebook, but she posts that she's down in Florida right about now. I'm she 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 did on her timeline hashtag Corona vacation, Corona vacation or Corona, yeah, instead of being virus, she put the vacation part. And I was like, oh my God, why are you fucking in Florida right now? And I don't want to hear no bullshit. Someone saying she's a Republican. She could be Republican, but she's from the Chicagoland area. And many people from the Chicagoland area are liberal, or if not liberal, Democrat. And so I'm like, God. And it's not like she's in her 20s or 30s. She is like in her late 40s, early 50s, enough to know better. And she's talking about she's on the beach with friends and they're hanging out on the beaches, and then they rented an Airbnb, someplace that has an indoor swimming pool and a jacuzzi. So if they're not on beaches, they are probably sitting around each other at the fucking jacuzzi because she was complaining the one day the jacuzzi wasn't hot enough and then it was too hot today. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh, the results of the Republicans protesting in May and without wearing a face mask, and going against laws, the lockdown laws, and going to church anyway. They're facing the consequences of that shit right now in many of the southern states and southwest states. I don't give a shit what anyone says. People have been arguing with me because I am anti-protesting, especially during a pandemic. I don't have a problem with people protesting. It's just during the pandemic, it's fucking stupid. Especially when blacks are four times as likely to die from the coronavirus, says on CNN, because Sanjay Gupta said that shit a couple of days ago. Um, he did a report on it June 24th and the 26th. I remember those videos came out. And he was like, blacks are four times likely to die. And the people who are dying the most in Florida and in Texas right now are black. There's been a 45 increase of blacks coming. in the hospitals. And then there was a mayor in Selma, a black female mayor in Selma, Alabama. I think she was the mayor. She was saying that even though blacks only make 30% of the Alabama population, they're dying like at 60%, 60% in Alabama. So there's way more whites, more than half. But it's the black folks that are dying. So why are black people going protesting and not wearing a face mask and weren't wearing a face mask during the first George Floyd protests? Then the consequential Black Lives Matter, many weren't wearing face masks. I've been watching stuff on Chaz slash Chop in Seattle. Many are not wearing face masks, or they have it. It's on their fucking necks. Make it make sense. I didn't think your neck needs to be protected more than your nose and mouth, baby. That shit. They're saying that it's gonna take a couple more weeks for the coronavirus cases concerning protesters is gonna show up mid July, baby. We don't have to wait for that shit. The past 10 days, today is the first, I would say June 20th, around that time, I've noticed every hour I heard an ambulance have its siren. Every hour, 24 hours. I posted today on my Facebook. I said, no one can tell me, and a lot of people were talking about, oh, you must be black, oh sorry, you are anti Black Lives Matter, or you don't care about black people because you're telling people to stay home and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I posted today and I stopped arguing with people because they were like, Governor Pritzker says there has been no new coronavirus cases and only 16 people have died in the whole state of Illinois. That's now, bitch. That's now. Back in May, who would have predicted that now that there's an increase of coronavirus cases and people dying in many southern states, aka in the Bible Belt and southwestern states? Now California, now California. So why are many liberals like acting like, oh, if we did something wrong, there would have been a spike right about now. No, this shit takes time. It takes time for one dumb ass person not to wear a face mask or wear a mask that doesn't give zero protection from the coronavirus, depending on what material that mask was made out of. To go infect their family members and their family members go to somebody else's house and infect them. That shit takes time. And plus, if you have a very good immune system, they're coming out. This virus is still being studied on. People act like they know everything about this virus. It is suspected if your immune system is really, really healthy, it is possible that you could incubate this virus for more than 3 weeks, possibly 9 weeks, possibly before having showing symptoms of contagion. Possibly. So let's just say the first week of June, people were protesting. 3 weeks. They should start getting sick about now. And if it's true that some people can be asymptomatic past 3 weeks, it may take 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 8 to 9, possibly. Then July, that's when we're going to see all the bullshit. Definitely by mid July. Like, People want to justify their ignorance and their stupidity and their irresponsibility. They want to justify that shit so bad, and then complain. These are the same people on my Facebook complaining about Republicans not wearing a face mask. Oh, you're politicizing the face mask and not wearing it. Well, a lot of dumb motherfuckers didn't wear the face mask either during these Black Lives Matter parades too, but no one wants to talk about that shit. And when you bring that shit up, then they throw, well, we ain't having cases, increased cases in our city. Yes, because the Black Lives Matter protests has only been happening for like 30 days, a month, maybe. Yeah, basically, while people, while the Republicans had almost 2 months, 2 months, basically, let's say a month and a half from the beginning of May to overwhelm the hospitals. So that means if it took 6 weeks for that shit to become a problem, then it might take 6 weeks for us to see the results of Black Lives Matter. So, baby, it's been 4 weeks already. So we got 2 more weeks. We got until July 15th to start seeing states like Illinois. Well, Illinois might not have any problems per se, not like the whole. Well, Chicago had most of the cases, but Chicago's definitely going to have the cases. And I've been God, I am so pissed off. So around June 20th, I've been hearing ambulance come in my neighborhood. It started like a siren, hearing a siren every 2 to 3 hours. Then it slowly becomes, let's just say every 3 hours I heard a siren. That's a lot in a 24-hour period. That's like hearing a siren 8 times per day. Then it slowly increases. I'm hearing the siren twice in an hour, or twice in the 2 hour period. Then it's starting to increase. I'm starting hearing a siren, an ambulance siren, every hour now. Yesterday, I heard 3 sirens within an hour. Today, I even posted this on my goddamn Facebook. I was telling people, no one can tell me that Black Lives Matter did not fuck up the lockdown, because I just heard 4 sirens within the past hour. And then when I got finished doing that shit, I heard another siren, bitch. So really, that was five. It was five. And I wasn't going to go back on my Facebook to edit it out. Go, oh, re edit it. I just heard another one, bitch. You can't tell me nothing. I'm hearing sirens all fucking day long. I'll be woken up at night by hearing a siren. 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I called my friend in California and I was like, baby, black folks have stopped wearing the face mask in Chicago. I'm seeing children playing in groups on the street and they're not wearing face masks and they're black. And she was like, well, we were talking about politics and she was like, I can't wait till the shit is over and Biden becomes president. And I was like, good luck. Biden ain't becoming president. She said, why you say that? Because I don't think anyone will allow Trump to become president. It's not about allowing, bitch. If a lot of black folks went to Black Lives Matter and they get sick, and I'm telling you, Chicago alone, black folks are not wearing a face mask. They're not. And black folks are 4 times likely to die from the coronavirus. Baby, Biden ain't gonna have the black vote. All his black voters are gonna fucking die by election day. And these are liberals, these are Democrats. But motherfuckers can talk all day in and day out about Republicans not wearing a face mask. I cannot, and I cannot. And I'm seeing motherfuckers going down to Florida, going beaches with friends. With friends. I cannot. The stupidity. I was blocking and unfollowing people yesterday, and I'm like, if I keep doing this shit, I'm not going to have any jobs associates. I'm not going to have any job associates. Like, the reason I have all these people on my Facebook is for networking purposes. And I was like, how many people can I unfollow? It's ridiculous. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have mercy on people now. I'm not going to unfollow them. I'm just going to put them on 30-day snooze. I didn't realize it was a feature until I started unfollowing people. There's a 30-day snooze. And someone, I guess, I guess a lot of Republicans are unfollowing and blocking people who are liberals because they're having arguments on Facebook that they have a special snooze. Some people that, oh, I'm gonna snooze liberals because I can't stand discussion, or I hate Black Lives Matter, some dumb shit. I'm like, damn, liberals are so fucking sensitive. I haven't seen a snooze thing for Republicans talking about liberals hate us so much. The reason that you're unblocking me because I make sense as a Republican. I don't know. It's like, and then all this bullshit that liberals are trying to get corporations in trouble for wanting to post on Facebook and advertise. I'm like, this is not how you do shit. It won't really matter because the people who are complaining gonna be dead in a couple of months. Sadly, sadly, it won't really matter. It won't really matter. I'm sick of everybody right about now. I'm sick of right about everybody. So I'm like, summer is gonna be hell. So I'm like, okay. I was thinking my summer can go back to normal. This is back in April. I was thinking my summer can go back to normal if everyone did the quarantine correctly. But since they didn't, shit is gonna get way worse in the summertime than in spring. And it's like, I gotta social distance another goddamn 3 months. At this point, I didn't have a problem. I did not have cabin fever in April or May. Maybe because the weather was still cold. But in June, I was starting to get a little irritated. I was starting getting irritated instead of grocery shopping every 2 to 3 weeks. I was like, for me to enjoy the outdoors a little bit as the weather gets warmer, let me go grocery shopping every 7 days. I'm not going to hoard food and just stare barricaded. And now I'm to the fact that the next 3 months, I got to be cooped up while the weather is nice, and I can't enjoy summer all that much because dumb motherfuckers have made this pandemic way worse. And I was thinking, okay, it's June. This is, a couple days ago. And I was like, Mag Mile on Chestnut and Oak Street, looking at the high end boutique stores like Tom Ford, but Tom Ford is closed. But Chanel was open, and places like that, Versace and Tom Ford and St. John is all on, those streets. And I went into the water tower. They're open. There's some stores that are shut down. It was kind of like some stores were open, some were not. And that was like, hell, while I'm at it, I just walked 2 blocks north and it leads to the underground crosswalk that would take you to North Beach. And I was like, let me just sit out and enjoy some fresh air and feel the lake breeze on my face, and let me take off my face mask. Like in the beginning, I had no problems wearing a face mask. April, May, June, I was starting to become irritated. I'm irritated because it's hot outside now. It's really warm. Yesterday was 88 degrees and it was humid. So now the face mask is really irritating the fuck out of me. But I know I need it. The beaches are still, you can't access the beaches. They have a lock gate at the entrance, so you can't go to the underground thing to cross over to from Michigan Avenue onto the lakefront. And I'm like, oh, I just want a place to enjoy myself. I just want to sit down and not be around bums. I'm not going to the parks because a lot of bums and homeless people are there because they took over the parks more than usual. They usually take over the parks anyway, but they took it because there's no places for them to go and many ain't having a mask and no one wants to see a dirty ass street person come into their work environment. If they tolerated that shit before quarantine, they're not tolerating that shit now when it comes to hygiene, where hygiene affects health. If you're a homeless person, that means most likely you are not taking a bath. So you could have the coronavirus all on you. Not to say you can't have it not being a bum, but I'm just saying most likely homeless people do not wash up. They have poorer hygiene since they don't have access to showers and baths like a person who has a home. Different situation for homeless people. And I'm like, I'm being resentful right about now. And I'm trying to not be resentful because I've done the correct thing. I have not seen one goddamn family member or friend during this quarantine. I had a friend whose mother was dying. She passed away mid June, and I was willing to be there for her. And she was like, nah, nah, this is my issue. And let's take this pandemic seriously. We're just going to keep it close family members. We're not even going to. I appreciate your support, but with this pandemic going on, let's do the right thing. So I wasn't even I couldn't give her physical emotional support. Just emotional support. Talking to her on the phone. And I'm like, damn, if I can do the correct thing, why can't people do the correct thing? It's like people are so fucking immature. So I'm like, what do I do for the summertime so I can enjoy myself and get my mind off of this pandemic? So I'm going to focus on my Italian hardcore intensive. A matter of fact, today I am starting, and I'll post a link. I usually don't post links underneath my videos, but there's a 30-day talk to yourself challenge in your target foreign language. So you're supposed to talk to yourself and record yourself. You talk to yourself for a minute and record yourself. The idea is for you to think in your target language and to express yourself without hesitation. So at the end of the month, you'll be so comfortable expressing yourself that about time you want to engage in communication with other people, at least you got that hurdle out the way of just getting used to expressing your thoughts um, without inhibition. So I'm doing that challenge and I'm going to post it because whomever created this challenge, he posted it up on Twitter. And so July is that talk to yourself 30-day challenge. And then August, September, October, I'm going to talk to somebody 3 to 4 times a week in Italian. And after that I'm going to do the same thing with French. However, instead of focusing on conversation with French for 4 months, I might do it for six because my French book is twice the size of my Italian book. My Italian book has 27 chapters. My French book has 47 chapters of vocabulary. So I'm going to spend a little more time with French. About time spring comes, I should be done with French. And that's when I'm going to do 4 months intensive with Spanish. And I am done with the foreign languages in the, in the summertime. By summer, in the summer, who gives a shit? Whatever. By fall, let's just say September, October, I should be able to move to another foreign language, which would probably be German. Um, but anyways, so I'm gonna do the 30-day challenge. Um, I have to stop eating not Chinese food, Korean food and Japanese food because when I look up recipes, because I've been, I'm in quarantine, I've been cooking, I've been eating a lot of Korean style food or Japanese style food. But every time I look up recipes and I want to know, like, if the, recipe is in Korean, like, for instance, I'm going to say bibimbap. I want to know what the hell bibimbap means. I think bop means rice. I forgot what bim equals, whatever. So I'm like, every time I look up recipes in Japanese and Korean, I'm always like looking up vocabulary words in those languages. So I was like, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. So it's distracting me and it's taking my time away from the Italian and the French because I'm studying French as well. So I said, well, the summertime, let me learn about Italian cuisine, and that would help me with my vocabulary in regards to cooking and things dealing with the kitchen and vocabulary for foods. So I'm going to do Italian. I'm going to learn about Italian cooking all during the summer. And again, when I do French, it's going to be about French cooking. So, so I got to hide all of my Asian condiments and stuff. I gotta hide it because they're useless now. So I have to focus on buying Italian type of ingredients from this point forward. As for French, I'm just gonna listen to French podcasts to get an ear for French and to get my pronunciations a little bit better. Since I'm having problems, I'm having a hard time pronouncing a lot of vowel sounds that where you don't pronounce through your mouth but more through your nose. Um so if I allow too much air to go out my nose, it aggravates the fuck out of me. Um my nose hasn't been bothering me as much since I've been taking the Sudafed with ephedrine in it. I might have to take Sudafed in July. I'm almost done with the packet I bought in June. But I feel like the more I'm taking Sudafed, the more my sinuses is getting better. But it's still aggravating the fuck out of me. So I'm like, let me just keep reading in French, keep listening to French podcasts, but I'm not going to concentrate on talking in French to myself as much. Um, so done with that. I'm going to try to do some more exercising. Um, April, May, I didn't do a goddamn thing. June, I stopped being lazy, so I got some exercise in every 3 to 4 days. I'm gonna try to do daily fitness activities through July, at least 4 to 5 times a week. I didn't do. Everyone on YouTube was like, I'm doing the quarantine glow up. I didn't really do that shit, but I'm gonna have a summer glow up. I'm gonna concentrate because there's bitches and late June. Let's say June 15th on to now. There's bitches in their cute little short shorts and baby, baby. it's not so much the short shorts and the halter tops and all that shit. It's mostly like, oh, I'm too cute to wear a face mask. All the little white girls, they be like, I did my quarantine glow up. I'm too cute to wear a face mask. I'm showing my body. If I'm going to show my body, I want all the guys to know what face comes with this body. I was like, go ahead with your bad self, but don't be saying shit when you go visit grandma and grandpa and you give them the coronavirus, you give them COVID-19 and they drop dead on you. Don't say shit. I guess you were too cute. You were too cute to save your family's life. Baby, baby, everyone is stupid. Everybody's stupid right now. If I hear one more person talk about fucking Republicans when I'm seeing a lot of liberals doing dumb shit right about now, I feel like I want to have a gun and just start shooting randomly at people. Hate to talk that way. I'm really fucking aggravated. I'm not gonna do no violence. I'm not that type of person. Never done no violent activities towards nobody. I'm just telling you how I feel on the inside, and that's okay. I feel like I want to shoot people right about now. I'm not going to do it, but I'm just saying people are just aggravating the fuck out of me. Uh anyways, I'm going to do some more physical activity because Sanjay Gupta had to remind everybody when he was ranting and raving last week about how he is so disappointed in everybody that in July, coming into July, we shouldn't be in this situation where the coronavirus is getting worse, while many countries around the world, they're getting better. They're getting better. And not only that, many countries has put United States on the travel banned list. And that's what's aggravating the fuck out of me. I feel like I want a vacation. I want to leave to go somewhere, but where can I go? Where can I go? I am trapped in this fucking country. And I was thinking, uh, maybe I should find somebody who sails and we get on a fucking boat and see if they're gonna travel someplace and leave the United States and go to Canada or go to the Caribbean. But baby, I'm catching up on the YouTubers that are cruisers. Now, I'm not talking about they have a 9 to 5 job and they plan a vacation once a year so they can utilize their sailboat or they do sailing on the weekend, depending if they live on the East Coast, West Coast, or Lake Michigan or any of the Great Lakes in the United States. No, these are people who live on a boat. They don't have homes. The boat is their home and they sail around the world. Many of these people are trapped. They are trapped. They were talking about, because I was watching a whole bunch of sailing YouTube videos up till March. Then I stopped because then March things got serious and there was talks and rumors if America is going to have a lockdown like Europe and Asia. So I was focusing more on that shit than watching a whole bunch of people on YouTube. But I'm just now catching up on the sailing community, the cruiser community on YouTube. There's people who are in quarantine in other countries. Um, the ones that are lucky to be quarantined in certain countries, and certain countries are like, nope, we don't want you. And so there's people scrambling to anchor their ships, their boat near certain countries, especially like around the French Polynesian, just to give you an example. It's to the point where many islands in the French Polynesian areas are telling people by July 1st, you gotta go. Because it was too many boats in their harbor, even though they weren't at the docks where they would have to um, be scrutinized by customs, there were at least a half a mile or less than a half a mile, a quarter of a mile off the shore anchoring. And they were like, there's too many people near our shores, just clogging up the shores. You guys gotta go. And there were people were probably like, where do we go? Where do they go? And there were some people who were lucky enough where certain countries allowed them to stay, but they're having an issue with their visa. They had issues with their visa, extending their visa in being in certain countries, and they're asking people who watch their YouTube videos to give them donations because they need money for housing and food and buying pans and stuff, and it's a huge fucking mess. So I'm thinking maybe if I can find somebody on a sailing website who wants to leave the United States and get away from it all and go to the Caribbean, baby, where would we go? Where would we go? Because nobody wants another person from another country, even on their docks right about now. It's a huge problem in the cruising sailing community, and I'm like, I'm fucking trapped here. I'm fucking trapped in this country. I wouldn't be surprised if Canada extends their travel ban to the United States. It was supposed to end August 1st. I don't know what the situation with Mexico. I heard Mexico is hit very hard with the coronavirus. I'm sure they don't want no Americans to come down there. I don't know what the situation is with Mexico. Um, I was thinking maybe I should leave the country without having to get on a plane, and I was thinking cruising. Mm, that won't be happening. Too many custom issues at the various docks, and you have to land somewhere to get food. I mean, you can fish, but I think you want more than just eating fish. I think you want some fruits and some vegetables, and you can stock up on canned items and box items for a while, but that shit will run out where you will have to land somewhere and refurbish the food. Um, what else? Italian cooking, Italian intensive conversation. Oh, I'm doing the KonMari method, so I'm decluttering my apartment. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of things. That might take all summer, so I might be busy doing that. Um, Fitness, up my fitness level because they say that being overweight makes you susceptible to getting catching the coronavirus. So at least with exercising helps boost your immune system. Whatever hormone is released when you exercise. However, having excess weight uh, 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 has been proven to make people susceptible to catching the coronavirus. So I have to focus on losing weight this summer. Um, and that's about it. I mean, that's about it because I'm trying to keep it so simple where I don't have too many goals because I don't want to disappoint myself. All my goals will have to be things that I can do from home since this coronavirus has dampened things. I was thinking maybe taking sailing lessons this year. Well, that's not gonna fucking happen. Um, since I live downtown Chicago, I was thinking, and because I live downtown Chicago, Chicago's almost like New York City. You don't really need to have or own your own car. Downtown Chicago is like Manhattan. There's no need for you to have a car. So I was thinking of taking driver's lessons because I haven't driven in 20 years. Because I've been living downtown Chicago for 25 years. And the reason I haven't driven because I got fed up. The area that I live in, it used to border the ghetto. And the people from the hood was coming into my neighborhood and burglarizing people's cars, and my car got burglarized, and I was like, fuck it, I'm not getting me another car because it was broken into. It was broken into while I left the city to visit family members in California for a week. And baby, they tore up my car. And I was like, fuck it, I'm not getting another car. And I haven't driven in about 20 years. And I was like, let me take driver's lessons all over again. It's $500, 500 to $600. And I'm like, fuck it. I am not getting in a car with some stranger. I don't know. I don't know their health condition right about now. I'll hold off on that shit until fall. I'm gonna wait and see what is the coronavirus situation. I don't even know if people can give drivers lessons right about now. I just know it doesn't sound like a good idea. Um, yeah, so I'm keeping my summer very simple. I have no travel plans, unfortunately. Um, but anyways, it is what it is. That's what I'm gonna do. Italian, my French, exercise, throw away shit in my home and reorganize my home and maybe refurbish some furniture. And that's about it. Let's move on, baby, because we're 47 minutes in, baby. Um, okay. Two things. The last two things. Baby, I was so focused on this chop business in Seattle because chop was supposed to have been deconstructed this past weekend, and the folks in chop were like, we ain't going nowhere. Chop chaz, whatever you want to call it. And until Monday, they were like, we're gonna bulldoze some of this shit. We're taking away some of the concrete barriers. They did that yesterday and the day before, kinda, sorta. But this morning, there's this real estate owner, broker, whatever he is. He's from Seattle, and he caught my eye a couple of weeks ago because he went inside Chop to do a surveillance, not only for historical purposes, but he's a real estate person, and he's like, I want to see how Chop has affected. I'm about to say infested. They did infest the neighborhood, the Capitol Hill neighborhood. As a real estate person, I want to know what type of damage has been done to the property in the area. So I caught his YouTube live accidentally while I was looking at the news, and his feed came up, and I've been watching him. So uh, I got a notification early this morning. My cell phone woke me up, and I was like, why this he's in Seattle. So Seattle is 2 hours behind me. I was like, who would be doing a fucking live this early in the morning? It was like 8 o'clock in the morning. And so it must have been 6 o'clock. He was like, live at Chop, bitch. The police is here to remove everybody out of the fucking neighborhood. About that time, all the people on the street were gone. It was only people who were living in the tents in that soccer field. There was like 300 police officers. They were lined side by side. They were dressed to kill, bitch. They looked like there was a fucking SWAT team. And they were walking side by side and they were like, time to leave. We are ordered by the mayor of Seattle, whatever her name is. That ding dong bitch. Goddamn, this is why I hate liberals. And I don't like Republicans, but I'm definitely starting to hate liberals. A lot of these politicians are just kissing these these liberals' asses, allowing them to do whatever the fuck they want to do, whatever retarded bullshit, because I need to worry about my career and I need somebody to vote for me for the next election. Baby, baby, that is one weak woman, whoever her name is in Seattle, that mayor, she is one weak bitch. She is one weak bitch. Lori Lightfoot is a liberal bitch. She's a lesbian. She's a black lesbian woman. She was like, I don't give a shit if you vote for me, bitch. We ain't tearing down Chicago. I'm not having this shit. Y'all better act right or y'all gonna piss me off. I love me some Lori Lightfoot. You just don't understand. You just don't understand. She ain't taking your shit because you voted for her ass. I guess the mayor of Seattle had it. The mayor of Seattle had it when they start coming into her neighborhood to protest in front of her home, talking about some white girl was like, uh, what is the reason why we're bringing a protest to her house? Because she's not acquiescing to our demands, and apparently being at CHOP wasn't a loud statement. So maybe us going to her home, she would get the point to whatever we want. She would give us our demands. I'm like, bitch, bitch, who are you, bitch, to be talking about the mayor needs to give you your demands, bitch? Who are you? The if all them killings and rapes and robberies at Chop wasn't enough, and motherfuckers carrying guns talking about their security, their Chop security, while shooting and killing folks, especially a couple of minors and that one rapper. I don't know nothing about this rapper, but I just know he's a rapper, Mop Wop, whatever his name, little Wop, little Mop. I don't have no idea. Um, but he's 19 years old. I mean, if that wasn't enough, now you motherfuckers coming to her home. She said, I had it. It was fine. It was cute for 3 weeks when you was bothering some other people in their neighborhood, fucking up their neighborhood. But y'all ain't gonna come and fuck up my neighborhood where I gotta live. So I had enough. You know what? I allowed y'all for 3 weeks to fuck up a neighborhood, a 3 block radius. They say it went beyond 3 blocks. It started off as 3 blocks and extended to a half a mile. That's 6 blocks. No, 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 no. They said it went to some areas. It went up to 6 blocks. So that's a little more than a mile because a half a mile would be 4 blocks. Eight blocks is supposed to be a mile. 8 blocks is equals a mile. She was like, I allow you to fuck up, fuck up a community, allowed you to enjoy that. But once you come into my community, oh no, I had enough. Oh, I had enough. I had enough. It was a watch to see. It was a 2 hour ordeal, and I just laughed and I loved it. Graffiti all over the fucking place, all on public property. The fuck? And then people were complaining in the neighborhood that people were putting graffiti on their private property. Who's gonna pay for that shit? The taxpayer is gonna pay for them to get all that graffiti off. I can't understand why she did that shit. Lori Lightfoot, the mayor of Chicago, she was like, y'all did graffiti Friday and Saturday? Oh hell no, I'm gonna have it where every hardware store, every tool supply store, Home Depot cannot sell spray paint, bitch. I was trying to find spray paint, not because I want to do some graffiti. It was because I wanted to refurbish some furniture. And I was like, well, I can't refurbish some furniture. Let me clean and declutter, and I'll get back to refurbishing furniture. Maybe by the end of July or the beginning of August, maybe it won't be illegal to buy a can of spray paint. I was like, I cannot buy. The people at Ace Hardware store, like, nope. Lori Lightfoot passed some ordinance that the selling of spray paint in a can is illegal. I was like, fuck. All I want to do is paint some furniture, and these motherfuckers just just ruined it. So I can't understand how that mayor of Seattle allowed all that graffiti to go on. Painting on businesses, on people's private property, all on the sidewalk, all on the street, all on monuments. Baby, it will take, it's going to be fucking costly to get rid of that shit. And if you're a private property owner, that's coming out your pocket. If it was on the street, well, that's coming out of taxes. Still, people, the city inhabitants has to pay for it through taxes to get that shit removed. But it's on your private property. I think that heifer decided is enough because they said that many residences were getting lawyers and they were going to sue the mayor for their neighborhood going down to shit. And they need to. What a weak ass bitch talking about it's gonna be a summer of love. Bitch, I hate Trump, but I have to side on Trump on that one. You don't allow your citizens to run the city. You're fucking mayor, and you're allowing people to act like they're the mayor where they feel entitled to give you demands. And and baby, what a weak ass bitch. I cannot. So since I was focused all on Chop until like 10 o'clock this morning, when it all ended, and at that time they had the city workers like throwing all the stuff, the trash and crap into dumpsters, and them people, it's gonna take days for them to clean up that area. Um then I was like, you know what, let me get on Twitter. Let me get on Twitter. I got on Twitter. I was not aware of this Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson versus Tati versus what's his name? James Charles. Oh my god, I didn't know that Jaden Smith and Willow Smith was involved. I was like, damn, and they were talking about this crap last week. I was trying to catch up. I was like, you know what? Most of the stuff I'm not really understanding because I'm not I'm not into what these people do on YouTube, and I'm definitely not into what Jaden and Willow Smith is doing. So I was like, fuck it. I'm just tired of reading everyone's posts. Let me log off Twitter and let me go to YouTube because someone can summarize this shit. Because even Shane Dawson's boyfriend was arguing and saying shit on Twitter, and I was like, "What is the backstory?" So, baby, all this talk about pedophiles and statutory rapes and people sexually harassing folks, and I was like, and people accusing somebody of being a sexual assault rapist. I was like, this is too much, too much, too much, too much drama. I didn't even know it shit was so tough that Shane Dawson, all three of his YouTube channels are demonetized now. And they say I can't remember if it was Instagram or YouTube. He lost 1 million followers in the past 24 hours. And the makeup collab that he did with Jeffree Star, it was taken off the Morphe website. But I mean, that really ain't saying shit because I didn't know this. Jeffree Star is co-partner, co-owner of Morphe now. Yeah. So basically, I mean, if you're partnered with somebody, you still have to deal with that other person. But I'm sure it was like Jeffree Star was like a smart businessman, and he was like, let's take down our product for a while. Let's take it down. And then when shit settles, let's put it back up on a website. Um, a hot mess, bitch. Then Trisha Paytas got into it, so I just got finished before I started to make this video. Um, Trisha, I watched what Trisha said. Here's my thing. Everyone does dirty shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about who says what, some racist comment, some homophobic comment. Everybody talks shit about somebody. I hate that I hate that with this political correctness where you can't say certain things. And I understand very well why political correctness was created, but it went overboard where you can't talk negative about anybody. And then out of that, a new subgenre of political correctness has come about, which is virtue signaling, where everyone is trying to act like I'm the saint, I'm an angel, and I only do philanthropic work. I do charities. I can do no wrong. I cuz and that shit happened due to the excessive popularity of social media. Like when people more and more were trying to become influencers on social media, it's almost like people are jumping on the bandwagon. I'm so sure a lot of people who are racist, who don't want to seem like they're racist, they jumped on Black Lives Matter. Let's keep it real. And they did blackout on their Instagram and all that shit. Just to fit in, just so nobody can be like, oh, why didn't you participate in Black Lives Matter? You don't care about Black Lives Matter. So it's just to keep people from even questioning how they feel about Black Lives Matter. It's like, let me throw up some Black Lives Matter bullshit so people can leave me alone and just let me seem like I'm the cool kid. That's how I feel. That's how I feel like a lot of corporations did that crap too. So no one can go like, "Oh, your company is not Black Lives Matter, then I won't buy your products." As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do try to get everyone to ban your products. So everyone was like, you know what? To save our company and keep people shopping at our company or at our website, let's just say that we're pro Black Lives Matter, whether we are or not or whatever. Let's just shut these people up. And that's why I'm not impressed by someone posting Black Lives Matter on their goddamn social media. It can be a fake. And I'm surprised that MTV or VH1 fired some Asian girl for saying that people are treating Black Lives Matter as if it is a popular trend. And she got fired and people were upset that she would say stuff something like that. Well, it's true. It's true. It's true. Her saying that shouldn't have gotten her fired. So you can't have an opinion no more. You have to be affiliated with a certain organization. It's not like you calling black folks niggas where someone's getting upset and then get you fired from a job. Just because you don't support, you can get fired. This is retardation. In a way, people talk about Republicans firing people because they're gay and shit, but yet liberals think that they can try to get people fired for having the right not to associate with a certain organization. I'm against police brutality. However, I really don't care for Black Lives Matter. I don't have to care for Black Lives Matter as a black person. I'm against police brutality. However, I'm not going to jump on a bandwagon for every black person the police kills. I'll do it for an innocent black person who's living their best life, staying away from crime, not doing stupid shit. But you're not going to get me feel sorry for a person with a long ass criminal record who has put stuck his gun in people's faces, got battery charges, and now he got karma coming to his ass. And I'm supposed to cry boo hoo hoo because he's gotten arrested for the 25th time. And I'm supposed to feel sad because he's dead, but not feel sad for the person he stuck a gun in their face, robbing them, threatening to shoot and kill them, his victims. We're not going to run out and have a little protest for the victims of these goddamn criminals? I'm not doing that shit. I am going to be very highly selective of whom I'm going to give my sympathy to. And it's my fucking right. I am not obligated to feel sorry for every person's death in the world. I'm just not. First of all, Americans fucking die every day, even not at the hands of a police person. The United States is a country with the highest crime rate in the world as an industrialized slash aka westernized nation. There's women and children getting raped and killed and chopped up to little pieces all day, every day. Women and children forced into sex trafficking in the United States, and no one goes out to do a protest about that shit. But allow some criminal get killed by police and everybody is boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not going to feel sorry for a criminal. I'm not. So that's the reason why I don't support Black Lives Matter. They don't give a shit who dies as long as they're killed by a white police officer. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Well, I care. I care. And I especially care while there's a pandemic going on where blacks are four times likely to die from the coronavirus. I'm not sticking my ass out on no street for nobody. I don't give a shit if somebody is black killed by the police or white killed by the police. I'm not jumping out in that situation while while the coronavirus is going on, bitch. It could be a white man killed by a black police officer, a white police officer, a Mexican police officer. If he got a long ass criminal record and have a history of sticking guns in people's faces while robbing them, you think I'm gonna go out on the street and go boo-hoo-hoo, police brutality? I'm not wasting my goddamn time, and I'm not risking my health, bitch. I'm trying to live. I'm trying to live. Baby, these are some weird and wacky times. These are some weird and wacky times. And with all this virtue signaling going on, everyone's trying to act holy than thou. Holy and thou like they're good people. And with this Jeffree Star versus Shane Dawson and all this other bullshit, oh, Shane Dawson made some pedophile jokes, but no one complained about that shit. He's been making pedophile jokes, supposedly. I don't watch him, so I don't know what the fuck he's been doing. He's been making pedophile jokes, allegedly, and making jokes about bestiality for a decade. Ain't no one say shit. But now folks want to, now it's a problem. Now it's a problem. Now they're talking about Jeffree Star. They don't want to talk about shit because Jeffree Star got shit on them where he can blackmail people. And they're saying that Jeffree Star is a bad person. Well, first of all, okay, if you're such a good person, and this is in regards to Tati, Tatiana, whatever her last name is, who made her little video yesterday talking about she had to get her lawyers to make sure she doesn't say anything bad about Shane Dawson. Okay. And this other person, Claire Wright, was the person that broke the story that Jeffree Star did some video clip concerning, I don't know, James Charles sexually harassing somebody, or was it with Shane Dawson? This shit is so deep. Too many people are involved. It is so fucking confusing. Everybody's pointing hands at each other. Everybody's trying to ruin each other's careers on YouTube and social media in general. This is so shit. This shit is so confusing and so weird. So Tati is like, I've been afraid since last year, and and Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star manipulated me to tell the whole world that James Charles is a pedophile slash sexual harasser of heterosexual men because James Charles is a gay dude. Um, a gay twinkie dude that likes to wear makeup. And that's what he's famous for on YouTube. I know YouTubers have been making fun of him for the last 2 or 3 years, talking about James Charles only likes heterosexual men. Good luck if he's gay. Which means he likes very masculine men. There are a lot of gay men who are masculine. No, no, not a lot, but they're there, masculine, very trade, as the gays would call them, trade. Basically, they're like down low men in the closet. Like, I'll have sex with you as long as you don't tell nobody that I'm rubbing my dick against your dick and all that stuff. Um, Whatever. I've been hearing people make jokes about James Charles' little sexual preference. Because it seems like he's always have unrequited love of falling in love with a heterosexual man that want nothing to do with them. Because a heterosexual man is not gay. Um, so this is so confusing. So it's like, bitch, this heifer's going on 40. How can someone manipulate you to announce on YouTube last year or the year before to say that James Charles sexually harasses straight men, but you didn't really know him like that or some shit like that, or you had no proof of it? You just heard rumors coming from Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, but you're gonna speak that shit into existence like you know for a fact. So now today you get on YouTube to go like, oh, it was all a lie. Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson manipulated me, and they confused me. You don't get manipulated and confused at age 40, bitch. Oh man, if you're getting still manipulated at age 40, that means you're a weak bitch. I'm sorry. And then now she's talking about I had to move because I was afraid of my life. Really, bitch? Who's gonna kill you? Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star? I know Jeffree Star has been years showing his guns. Like if anyone messes with me, you gonna get a bullet. You're gonna get a little bullet in your noggin. But he ain't gonna actually hunt you down, bitch. You probably live in Calabasas. He ain't gonna hunt you down and go knock knock, or before he can go knock knock on your door, he probably gotta ring the doorbell so your maid or butler can go out and open it. Go like yes, and then he got like this is Jeffree Star. Let me into your compound. He ain't gonna try to kill you unless he got a hitman. And what's the likes of that shit? I mean, he might pay somebody to intimidate you, but ain't no real shit that's gonna go down without somebody going to jail, prison. You may be aggravated that he could be sending somebody over to put a presence to intimidate you, but that's as far as that shit gonna go because what you can do is call the fucking police and you can call the fucking FBI and they will be willing to show up your door. You rang, you called for our services. Now she's freaking out because she was like, I'm so sure Jeffree Star is going to do something to blackmail me because I came out. Well, what? How can you talk about Shane Dawson being a pedophile and liking bestiality? You let out his dirt, supposedly. But now you're afraid that Jeffree Star got dirt on you. Bitch, if you got dirt, you should have kept your mouth shut. You should have kept your mouth shut. Cause all this virtue signaling, I'm a good person. I'm letting everybody know that Shane Dawson is a pedophile and he takes advantage of people sexually and blah 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 blah. But you got dirt yourself that you're afraid that Jeffree Star is gonna blackmail you. If Jeffree Star has some dirt to blackmail you, then what the fuck are you doing? I kind of agree with Trisha Paytas is where she says if you don't want to be blackmailed, don't be telling people some crazy whack ass shit to where they got information on you to blackmail you. No one can blackmail you unless you let the cat out of a bag and you showed some weird ass behaviors or you said some shit or you did some crazy shit in front of somebody. The only time I can find excuse of being blackmailed that's like wrong if someone came into your home and put some video cameras and you didn't know they existed and you didn't find out until you start cleaning or the maid comes along and start dusting they go like, oh, what's this? This look like a GoPro camera. Why is the GoPro camera, why is it in the bedroom who's taking videos of secretly of somebody fucking and sucking in the bedroom. That's wrong. That okay, that type of blackmail can get you in fucking trouble with the goddamn law. With a goddamn law. But what I mean, how can Jeffree Star blackmail you? Did you say as a white person, "Oh, I hate that nigga," and Jeffree Star goes, "Ooh, she called." I'm just gonna make up this. Well, Jackie Ainu, whatever that Nigerian beauty guru on YouTube. Let's just say Tati called Jackie Aina a nigga. Well, first of all, if you want to be Miss Goody Two Shoe on camera on YouTube, where you feel like you want to use it as an advantage to be a social, a virtue, what do you call it? A virtue signaling type of person who's always politically correct, then don't do no dumb shit behind the scenes where someone can blackmail you and got proof and evidence of you calling somebody a nigga. Keep that shit to yourself in the house and with your husband. And I don't give a shit what someone has says. Personally, everyone talks shit about somebody and say some indecent bullshit in a private conversation. So I hate when people go like, ooh, she called somebody a nigga or she called somebody a faggot. Well, I'm sure you call somebody a nigga, faggot, bitch, whore, dick sucker. When you with your friends and family members, when you think the conversation is private and it's just among you all and no one is going to be trying to expose you to other people. That's why I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who has said what to about whom. I cannot give a fuck. I never was the type of person. Oh, he called such and so a nigga. I'm not gonna buy their products no more. I'm sure everybody has called somebody a nigga, a bitch, a whore, a dick sucker, a faggot. Blacks call each other niggas all the time. I know a lot of gay dudes. They call each other's faggots when they get mad. I remember back in the day, tranny was an insult. When gay men would say like a woman looks like a tranny, it wasn't until that Christian Siriano fashion designer from that runway show, he was talking about some actresses looks like trannies or dress like trannies, and he got in trouble by the LGBT community, and he was gay. Now you can't use tranny as an insult. Although some bitches with a lot of plastic surgery look like trannies. But I'm just saying, I hate this era of extreme political correctness with all this virtue signaling bullshit where everyone's trying to act like they have never done any wrong in their life at all, especially behind the scenes. If something is behind the scenes, I cannot really give a fuck because those are private matters. As long as they're not doing it in public, call somebody a nigger all you want among your family members. I cannot give a shit. Or faggot. I cannot give a shit. Because it's in the privacy in your own home with your friends and you're not like saying it loud and proud in public. You're not saying it loud and proud in public. It's not like you get on CNN or ESPN or C-SPAN and call somebody a nigga on national television. There's a huge difference. I don't give a shit what people do in their private time. I really don't. I really don't. I say some crazy things in my private time. It's my private time. Anyone who wants to go like, I heard Amina say this and that and blah blah blah. I'm going like, and so fucking get over yourself as if you haven't done. And I know people gonna do that. Well, I have never used that word. Whatever word it is, you can pick a nigga, bitch, whore, faggot, whatever insults, beaner, whatever insult you want. People can always claim they don't do this and that when they're not on the in the hot seat of someone bringing down their reputation. But and people play into that depending if the person who's in a hot seat is liked or is hated by people. When people hate your ass, they will all want to jump on you. Oh, you use a derogatory word for somebody. And like you have not either. You haven't either. You haven't either. Bitch, please come on. I definitely would not I would not apologize to the public over a private conversation. I wouldn't do that because that gives power to people like, oh, strangers who don't really know you have the right to have some type of power over your life. It's like, okay, bitch, if you don't know me and you weren't there in the conversation and I wasn't talking to to your ass, please shut the fuck up and mind your own business. That's how I feel about it. Please shut the fuck up and mind your own business. I guess that's the type of celebrity I would be. I don't feel like I would have to apologize to the public over some private situation. If I didn't say something in public where the public will be offended, I shouldn't have to apologize over a private conversation that someone snuck and record and want to play to a celebrity gossip site or wants to say to other people. People need to stop apologizing for private conversations as if they went on television and said that shit out in public loud and proud. I don't know what the fuck went on, who did what actually. If Steve Dawson made some pedophile jokes as a dark humor, get over yourself. I really, it could be in bad taste, but that's what dark humor is. Dark humor is bad taste. I make dark humor jokes all the time. Dead baby jokes. I've done a lot of dead baby jokes in my day. It offends some people because some people get offensive about dead babies. I cannot give a shit. But but it's a joke. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a highly sensitive person. So do I get offended by certain things? Yeah. But it has to be something really wacky and outlandish for me to want to destroy somebody's career and get them fired from their job. If they said it outside of their job, I cannot give a shit if they are still working. I think it's very unprofessional to be talking weird on a job. Okay, then you should get fired on your job. But if whatever you say you do on your social media and on your downtime at home, no one should try to get your job or career in jeopardy. I don't believe in that. Not at all. So that's my opinions on it. I don't know. I was a little thrilled by discovering on Twitter all this mess. Maybe because it was such a distraction on anything coronavirus and George Floyd related. It was a refreshing chaos. Do I hate Shane Dawson? Not really. I don't even like Shane Dawson in the first place. He's fucking annoying to me. Um, I was like, why is Jeffree Star hooking up with Dawson to do a makeup collaboration? I mean, I knew it was for the money, and me knowing what type of person Jeffree Star is, Jeffree Star is all about the money. I got no problem with that. I admire Jeffree Star because of it. I think he is a very smart and shrewd businessman. Um, I like me some Jeffree Star. A lot of people find him problematic. I don't. I find him entertaining. I find him entertaining because out of all the celebrities who claim they are unbothered, he is truly unbothered. Not to say he can't be at home crying right now and going having a big boo-hoo and drowning his tears in a bottle of champagne, drinking out of champagne glasses made by Hermes. Not to say that he doesn't have feelings and doesn't have bouts of sadness. But I mean, there's some people who say they're unbothered, but they act like they're bothered, like Cardi B, like Nicki Minaj. But Jeffree Star is the epitome of unbothered. If you want to learn how to be unbothered, look at Jeffree Star. And he has been through a whole lot of bullshit. Whether he caused his own problems or people cause problems unto him. And he has been a survivor of it and still making money, bitch. Still making money and dropping out makeup launches. Once this little situation is over with, Jeffree Star ain't gonna worry because in 3 to 4 months, people will get over their fucking feelings, especially when they felt like right about now they haven't taken Jeffree Star down because everyone seems like on YouTube they want to take down Jeffree Star. They just want to get him so bad and just see him go rock bottom. Bitch, after they realize that Jeffree Star is acting like he's unbothered and they get over their feelings because they haven't taken Jeffree Star down, he's gonna drop his makeup line in August or September. People are gonna want to buy it because it's gonna be awesome lipstick colors and eyeshadow colors and all that stuff. And then people gonna get over themselves and they're just gonna wait for the next scene where somebody gonna talk bad about Jeffree Star. Shane Dawson, I don't know. I don't know about his career. I don't know. I don't. His YouTube videos got demonetized. That says a lot. I mean, right now, Jeffree Star's YouTube channel is not demonetized. Can Shane Dawson get his channel monetized again? I don't know. I don't know. I remember when what's that guy Keemstar was starting to get demonetized and getting kicked off of a Twitter and all that stuff. Is he back? Is he back monetized again on YouTube? I don't know. I don't know. But then again, Shane Dawson is rich. If he hasn't like doing stupid shit to blow his money, he'll be all right if he finds another way to rebrand himself. If he settles down, let shit settle, maybe go behind the scenes, have his lawyers talk to YouTube to monetize again. I don't know. They said they pulling his books out of Target, but who gives a shit? Who's buying books? Basically, basically, it's not like, oh, we're selling books at Target, and every time someone buys a book, Shane Johnson gets a fucking check. No, his books are pre-ordered by a store. So Shane Dawson got that fucking money already. Whether Target takes down his books off the shelf or not, the publishing company got the fucking money already. So I mean, yeah, it's kind of bad that, you know, he lost his deal with Target, and then the demonetization of his YouTube channel. But Shane Dawson can find ways to make money. He can get on Twitch. He can get on Twitch. He can make a deal with Twitch. I know Twitch is mostly about games right about now, but Twitch really wants to compete against YouTube. Only thing Twitch needs is to get some popular YouTubers to want to solely focus on building up Twitch like that. Shane Dawson would be okay. Because Twitch needs to diversify their audience base, um, from just being mostly about video gaming. So, I mean, Shane Dawson just needs to get with a PR person. If he got one or not, I have no idea. And he'll be okay. He'll be okay. Shane Dawson can ride out a year of unemployment and be okay. So, I mean, his boyfriend is still working. So it's not like ain't no money. There isn't any money coming to that household. I don't know. I don't know. I just find it interesting. Supposedly, Tatiana has just done a response video to Trish Paytas. I would watch it, but I watched Tatiana's video that she made yesterday, and it was just, ugh, Tati gets on my fucking nerves. I can't stand her. She's one of them, oh, I'm so perfect. I never do anything wrong. I I am pro political correctness, and I do nothing but virtue signaling all the fucking day, and I'm just so perfect. So perfect. I'm just so perfect. Everybody look at me. I'm the perfect little white woman. I can do no wrong. But yet, you worried about Jeffree Star blackmailing you over some stupid shit you must have done in Jeffree Star's presence. Ugh, bitch, please. But they're gonna play that. I'm so perfect. I'm just nothing but a good person. I do no wrong. It's always somebody else's fault, not mine. Ugh, I hate people like that. I would never claim to be a perfect person. I am not the worst person in the world. However, I'm far from perfect. 80% of the time, I would say 90% of the time, I'm a decent person. There's some 10% of fuck shit that I do. There's some 10% fuck shit that I do. I would never act like I'm a fucking angel. I'm not. I'm a very nice person that on a rare occasion I can get involved into some fuck shit. It's true. It's true. I don't have to pretend like I can never do any wrong. I've never said anything wrong. You know? Uh, rather be that person that gets on social media and show my flaws. So if someone wants to do some crazy shit and make me look bad, it's almost like no one would give a shit because I'm not trying to portray myself to be the most perfect person in the world with the best PR, social media PR, where I'm just perfect, 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 perfect all the time. Almost like Beyonce and Jay Z before Solange start throwing fists. Right, everyone thought Beyonce and Jay Z can do no wrong until Solange start throwing fists in the fucking elevator, and we go, oh, okay, okay, this family ain't so happy after all. Oh, Jay Z and Beyonce's marriage is really ain't all that. Jay Z, there was rumors Jay Z was fucking other bitches. Now with the fist throwing by Solange, oh, the rumors, it just ain't rumors anymore. We got proof that shit is going on because Solange is mad, mad. Solange is big mad. She she throwing them kung fu, them Muhammad Ali punches to Jay Z's fucking head. They had to have the bodyguard to keep her keep keep from giving Jay Z a concussion on top of that big ass noggin. Oh yes, ma'am. Take it, ma'am. Oh, I would never. I would never. I don't got. I hate people who have perfect PR. It makes me very suspicious. It makes me very suspicious when you're just portraying yourself to be too fucking perfect. Too fucking perfect. Too fucking perfect. Nah. Nah, that means you got secrets. You got secrets you want to hide. Big secrets. Let me find out what them secrets are. Why are you trying to portray yourself as being too perfect? Too perfect. Huh? Huh? What's going on with you? Where you're just too perfect. Too perfect to be true. Uh 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 Are you gonna be scared like Tatiana? Like Tati? Oh my god, I'm now worried that Jeffree Star is gonna blackmail me with something. Well, if you were too perfect, there's nothing for Jeffree Star to blackmail you with, bitch. Why are you scared? Why are you scared? Why are you scared? You can talk about someone else's bad behaviors, but you scared that Jeffree Star might reveal yours. Uh-huh. 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 Girl, bad. Let me get off. Let me get off. Let me get off. These people are a fucking trip. Let me get off. These people are a fucking trip. Just full blown retarded. And I'm gonna go. Everyone have a good one. Bye.